doing today here, I really don't. Okay, so I'm just going to head in through the park, but instead of going in just where those bins are, which is the entrance opposite my dead end street, and you know, that's a bus depot at the end there, as I've said so many times. So the bus is pulling up at the bus stop as soon as I start to come down here in my line of sight. I'm just going to come down double buses. In fact, we have the usual double buses, the changing of the guards buses, as I call it, because that's what it essentially is, where you sometimes have 2 or 3 buses back to back or crossing one another. They're all not. See how long that bus is staying on the bus depot? They're getting me in already. See how it's already too long? Passengers have long got on and sat down. Look at it. It'll wait for me to come down here and then it will pull out. That's what it always does. Sometimes they'll wait for 5 minutes on a bus stop if I'm a block away and I can see them as I'm coming. They'll wait there. That is not normal, and of course it is just a program against those that they have a program set against. Now see how he's throwing, that won't come out, but he's throwing the green jacket in front of me there. It won't come out. It might vaguely come out. See, the mobile isn't going to catch what my naked eye does. What I'm doing here is, oh dear God. I was just going to show you the roses today because I've had serious doubts as to whether the roses... So look at the bus. Look how long. And there's a fella now finally getting out the bus. If he was going to get out, why has he been sitting in the bus for 2 or 3 minutes before he gets out? You see, this is all suspicious if you really think of it. Look, I'm just going to show you. Look, they're getting me in already. And I'm not getting me in already. See the green jacket? See how long he is going to fiddle there? They're going to do the changing of the guards, not only the buses. They're going to pretend that they're changing drivers. They do that every time I come out. So if I pointed this out to a person who was, say, not aware that this is a controlled matrix operating around real people, and to where that person is unlike myself, where it hasn't come down and exposed itself. See how see the green jackets? They like to flash those green jackets. Now just, oh wait on, there's a doggy. Oh, there's another doggy. Hello, doggy. Oh, you're a nice doggy, aren't you, eh? Got a little bit of a grey face there. Did you say hello to Simba while you were in the roses? Did you say hello to Simba while you were in the roses? See how long that bus is still there? Just watch it. It's just wasting my video, wasting my time and my video focusing on it, but I have to show you how long they stay on the bus thing. You know, to really get my attention and show that you are being patrolled. If you want to use the correct word, it is a stalking bus. Here comes another one in front of me, round the corner, coming from the bus depot at this time. It'll soon be dark probably, so that is not normal for buses to be leaving. And of course it's got not in service written on the side anyway, so that means it's a not in service bus, it's going nowhere. And here we have the programmed younger ones coming up with their balls. They will have to come up to these. How annoying these ones are. These possessed ones. Possessed, fake possessed, demonically possessed. Oh, I'm sorry I said that, I didn't mean to say that. But they are possessed by technical entities which are essentially anti-life. Look at that, bouncing a ball as though they're normal. They're not normal at all. And they are, make no mistake, whatever size they come in. Look at these buses all around me. Look at these buses all around me. big red one here, that's a double bus. That's a double. Look at this one backing round. That one's just went up. I didn't even see this. That's because I got angry, so they're trying to suppress me because they don't want my anger to go out against. Look at this bus, is still on the bus thing. It still has not moved out. Now it's moving because I'm getting angry. Oh. I'm sorry about that. I really am sorry. There's no bald lines on the side of that truck. They just like to really get you, you know, like, I mean, and obviously they're successful. I was going to make a pleasant video here to show you the roses. Look how long this red thing is going to stay on the bus stop. You know, before 5 years ago, someone mentioned the 5-year thing, but that may or may not be relevant. But yes, I would think that something did happen by moving along now. That's right. We don't want to say anything that might rock your little boat. Now we stopped there. That is just blatant. Look, we stopped there for no reason, stopping. They've got the cars swirling around pretending. All this is set up and staged so that it looks authentic. But it then is still patrolling. Oh, now he's going to go up to the bus depot. That is not normal. All that time on the bus stop and now going up to that innocent bus depot. Of course, we have the innocent dog walkers. Where's the pram pushers? I'm getting angry here. But gee, the dogs, some of the dogs are cute, if nothing else. It does make you wonder. But these people will come at anything. You know, they'll come at anything. They're not people, of course. Well, I mean, like, I'm lost for words because I don't know what words to use to describe these things that are around. I only know that they're not real life, but in the sense that either that or they're so possessed. Well, of course they're not real life because the possession means that although they're in a human body, what is possessing? Look at these buses coming around me. Just can you see the amount that is coming around? Yeah, this is the end of the line here. Like, there's only so many buses that should be going. You know, the bus service is so good that it is not realistic, but it only becomes good when I come outside my door. You know, that is the truth. That's how it works. But at any rate, I was going to make a pleasant video. I haven't even got the coffee yet. I haven't even, you know, like I thought I'll make it before I go down and get the coffee because it'll soon be dark, as you can see. Because I wanted to film them the other day. See how we have someone perched up there on the bloody... perched up there on the tombstone things at the entrance there, at that front end, at that side entrance there. Never in the past did anyone ever sit hardly on this fence. The only time you ever saw anyone sitting on the fence was right in front here where there is that little bus stop. And so sometimes people would sit on the fence in front of it to wait for the bus. Speak of the bus, here comes another red one. And it's going back to the bus depot too. See, this is just a patrolling force. So, back to the depot. Not going anywhere. Here comes another one. Where's it going? Okay, so it's going to come past me. Will it stop will it be too shy to stop, or is it actually going to go through for once? Yes, it's going to go through. It's not going to make me prove too much of a point with this video. I've already shown you how long one stayed on the bus thing, and if I filmed every time I come out here, which I don't do, you know, that would be the case almost without fail, you know. But as you can see, I'm exhausted and angry before I even leave my house. My house is just in the street there. Look at these people around, coming around. They all look so real, and they are not real at all. They are so fake, they make me. But the dogs are nice, so I'll pretend. Oh, look at these dogs. Oh, hello Hello, doggies.
Say hello.
That's an Alsatian, isn't it? Are you Inspector Rex? I used to watch that show on
Inspector
the TV.
Rex?
Do you remember that? Do you know that? No, you don't know it. but
Yeah, the movie, right?
No, it's a show. It's a show,
About
right?
a cop dog.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
An
I
old
used to
show.
watch that, but I think they don't have it now.
No.
But it went for years and they kept changing the main actor in it.
Oh, did they?
Yes, and yes. And, you know, they even went, in the end, they had Inspector Rex in Rome, whereas originally it was Germany, wasn't it? Yes, a
Right,
German
Yeah, I
show.
think so.
Okay.
I used to like it, and I used to have it.
You're a cop dog.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
you
yes,
are. The
he was
Inspector Rex of the neighbourhood.
but he's beautiful too.
Say hello,
This
Alex.
is Arlo.
Hello, what's up here?
What's that?
Say hi.
What? Oh,
Oh, for your
No,
camera.
we're looking at you, yeah.
Look at the camera. What's this?
oh, yes, it's lovely. Isn't it?
Enjoy your
Oh,
day.
yes, oh,
I know,
he's
he's
definitely
gorgeous.
an Inspector Rex,
Yes,
isn't he?
you're
What is his
Inspector
name
Rex.
anyway?
Cody.
Cody, and what's the other one's name?
Arlo.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Ah, Cody and Arlo.
They're
Good
best
for-
friends.
Yeah. Got very nice earrings there. I like those loop earrings.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Thanks.
I do.
Simple hoops. Want to have a sniff? This is their first walk in the neighbourhood.
Okay, I won't put you on the video. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just wanted to show you all the earrings, strangely enough. but I can't show them without you being on the thing, and it's
Oh,
not.
that's okay. You can show them if you like.
No, but it's not right to put your face. It's different with the dog, you know what I mean? Because you never know who might be looking. But oh, look at him! Oh, he's definitely a Rex, all right,
Nice.
isn't he? I could do a pet video of him. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you for that.
No,
That's
no problem
okay.
at all.
Enjoy
Enjoy the
your
rest
day.
of your evening.
Back to the. I can't believe. Oh goodness gracious me! See, this is the thing. See, oh, there's the police van going past. See, it is almost mind-boggling to realise that what just took place there, even, like for me to temporarily actually think that I'm dealing with something that is random and real. But of course I was trying to be pleasant because I know that you can't film people's dogs. But I still sense something wrong. Even though there was a pleasant interaction, but there was something wrong here. Some people might say, hey, maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm getting the wrong feedback. Maybe there they go. She did have those nice loop earrings. I don't know why, but those loop earrings pop up mainly in the on the screen rather than in reality, because it's obviously. I don't know why I mentioned that, but you see, I have a liking for these big loop earrings. Obviously, I've never wore any jewellery in my entire life, ever. And so I've never owned any of those things or wore them. I have to say that. But I think about them. If I see them, I think how nice they look. And then, the androids will download that. They download everything you think. And so therefore they're like, oh, we will wear them. And then you will be attracted to them, you see. That's the name of the game. Or at least you'll take notice of them, you see, at the very least. Now, I was going to film the roses, but as you can see, I don't know what I'm doing already. But all I can say is that I am absolutely exhausted before I start. So even that interaction, even though it was pleasant, somehow or other I lost something. Whether they gained something or not, I'm not going to go into. But I was already exhausted when I left because I've already had problems. But I'm just going to show a few roses. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I didn't even concentrate when I was filming that rose there. See, this is no good. This is no good at all. Oh, but the roses are out. I actually thought for a bit that the roses wouldn't come out this spring because it didn't look likely. There was hardly any, but see, the rain and stuff has brought them out, which is good. Of course, I'm in trouble here doing this because no one ever comes and treads on this path here, so actually it is probably not a good thing for me to do. And I haven't checked these roses out before I did this. The wind's coming up, so that means there's a little bit of anger going on. But and it's a wonder these roses are still here because we had gale force winds a couple of days ago, where a big, huge broken branch, I might add, fell down into the little part. It's just like a little back part of my place. And it's completely covered the whole lot of it with this huge broken branch, what I would term a broken branch. Now, it's a nice colour, isn't it? Very red. See, those ones are already dying. These roses will not last too long, and they never do. They're here for a very short time in spring. You know, very short time. I don't think I can go over to that pink one, because it might be a bit hard for me getting across there in the wood chip. If this fence was any higher here, I would almost be at a vertigo thing. Oh yes, hello bus. It says love what you do. Well, they don't want you to love what you do. They want you to be miserable and stop you with everything you do. That's what they want. That's the name of their game. That's actually a very nice one because it's not withered at all. It's, hold on, can I get it in? There's the bride shop over there, as you can see, opposite the little bus stop there. Oh look, I can't waste my film while this bus stays stopped. Oh, it's going. Good. Thank you for going so that I don't waste it. See, all these are dying already. They've only actually been out for a couple of weeks, really, I would think, because I didn't notice them until the grass is all coming. But I'm just going to try to find some pretty coloured ones. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Oh, they're no good. This one here looks pretty. Let's have a look. Oh. There we go. Oh, they're only little, but look at the little ones next to it. There's a big one and a little one. And a big one. I'm just going to try to concentrate on the roses and nothing else. And that is, oh, what am I doing? Oh, see another bus around. Always got these buses around. I've got stuff in my ears, so I'm not sure if they're making their presence felt at a sound level. That's right, you do your complete circling around me. You know, they like to do that because that makes you feel surrounded, you see, their presence there. Look at that. Oh, that's a pretty colour, isn't it? That's unusual. Very hard for me to film that. Very hard. Oh, that one's dead. But look, there's those that are there. I'll try to get that in. Doing my best here, but not doing too well, I don't think. Not doing very well. But, you know, not doing very well. Yeah, the yellow one's already broken. See, the wind's got that. It's gone. Oh, let's see. Wind's got that one. We've got another little doggy coming up. I already filmed that one. Okay, little doggy. Hello. Okay. I think it's funny when I'm filming my roses. Because see, they'll be doing it tomorrow after this probably. That's how it is. Because they don't understand that you think that the roses are pretty. But on the other hand, if, you know, when they become aware of it, they see you doing it, then they will probably go and buy a rose bush and give roses. You see, that's how they are, because they don't understand it. That's why they look at you when you're doing it. They pretend that you're doing something that they would do that's normal, but the fact that they focus on it, you know, because I know if I was like in the past, I wouldn't care what people were doing, you know. I just think, just wouldn't care, wouldn't be interested in why they're doing it, why I was doing it, or whatever. I'll find some, oh, that's a nice one. This is ridiculous. I'm doing a rose video. Oh, that's a pretty one over there. Oh, this is not good either, because see, I'm not really allowed to be doing these things or supposed to be doing it. But it's not like anyone's ever going to give me a rose. So I tend to appreciate what's around with me, if you know what I mean. So it's a bit like the loop earrings and all this other stuff. It's not for us. It's for them. But, you know, they're really enjoying it through us or getting it from us, but we don't get to enjoy these things ourselves, really. Not really. We should, if we were properly developed, but see, we're not. We're like our growth, you know, we haven't developed. We haven't, because we're in this negative reality. Someone's left a pot there for me, but I'm not going to pick it up. They're telling me that my pot is a little bit on the black side at home, which it is, and I can't, you know, but essentially we can't really do much for to where I'm not actually even enjoying this now. So there's a rock there, that'll get me, because I'm filming, I'm losing the enjoyment. And also it just occurred to me that no one will ever give me a rose. I just said that, and somehow or other it made me depressed. Even though anyone could pick this rose, I actually do feel depressed. I do feel these roses, that's right. And after all, I was, I'm a person too, have some needs. Just because I'm old and everything's gone, doesn't mean that I don't have some, I still like those loop earrings, even though, I could still wear, I suppose I could wear loop earrings if I wanted to, even if you're old you could, but, I'm never really worried about it. I always used to think, hey, I can get, if I see someone else wearing it, I think it's cute. But just recently, it makes me feel somehow bitter that I can't and never have that's probably not good. But I think that's probably just because, it's just the circumstances at the present time. Sometimes it's like that, and most of the time it isn't. I've never. See, I used to watch Inspector Rex, that's right, but I never ever, unlike those people, if I saw someone with a nice dog, I would never think, oh, that dog is for me, or that I've got to have it. And actually, I'm almost treading on Simba's grave here, even though I didn't realise it. because he is buried amongst the roses, even though the roses only bloom once a year or something like that, usually the spring, and as you know it's just into the mid-spring now here. And see, they covered it all over with wood chips, so where he was actually buried is not as distinct, but of course I still know where it is, and I was practically standing on it, but I'm not. See how they beeped their horn? See how that fella saluted to that bus as it went past? I didn't film that. I think I was a second or two too slow. Of course, I only saw him. I wasn't watching him, see. But Simba's just along here. Oh, there he is. I'm not going to show it. But it's funny because when I was walking past here about a month ago, maybe less than that, because it was just when the roses, I first noticed that they were all blooming. So probably a few weeks ago, and I was walking past here, which we don't always walk past, and I said to my relative, look, there's Simba's grave, and the rose that was pretty close to where he was buried, it had bloomed with a really nice rose, and most of the others hadn't come out at that time. They were starting to come out, but it was the only one that was fully out, and it was really, this was it here, in fact. I'll show you now that I think of it. And I said to Patrick, that's the prettiest rose, and it was on top of that little bush, that rose. See how it's only small, but it had a big, huge rose. As you can see, there's no rose there now, but there's roses on all the others. They're all out. The very next day, I walked past again. My son wasn't with me, but I noticed that someone had pulled the rose off. It was gone. And as you can see, because that's the mentality. That is the mentality, because I knew they had done that, because I remember saying to Patrick at the time, maybe Simba has brought that rose out because he was very, very close under there. And, almost like, well, dare I say, almost like giving it nutrients, shall we say. And even he said, yes, that's quite easy. He actually, he actually said to me, he said, yes, well, that is quite possible, because if there was something that was living and then it's dead under the ground, it does tend to manure the ground. But even he said, yes, well, that's quite possible, but I didn't quite mean it like that. I was using it more in another way. Not sure what the word is. Bus over there, red bus. I haven't been looking at the buses while I've been focused on the roses, but that's a pretty yellow one over there, I think. I think I've shown you all the roses now. Some of them have got blown away with that gale. That was no doubt the idea, to blow a lot of them away with the gale. And buses are making that bus made a slightly aggressive noise. See, if they think you're focused on the roses and somehow might be, even if you're not getting much pleasure out of yourself, if they think you give pleasure to someone else or even if someone will look at it, because they're like, who in their right mind is going to watch a video of hers where she's just showing roses? There's something nipping at me there. And that is probably true. Yeah, I missed you, but I didn't miss you, did I? No. Didn't miss you. Try not to be so blatant with your synchronicity on the side of the bus either, because, it's not going to work. I'm just saying that because I know what they're trying to do, because they're making fun. Look at these buses now, they're getting angry. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these buses. They're getting angry now. Look. Watch them. How many buses are going back up here past me? Look at this. One after the other. Yes. Yes, we're getting it. We see the black blood that you've written on the side of the bus there for the advertisement. And we saw the other one, but I'm not even going to mention that, because they know it gets to me. And I shouldn't, I shouldn't give it my attention, but you can't help it, because, if you look at the bus and it's got these great advertisements on the side, of course, wait on, just before I go, you can't help but notice sort of thing, Can't help but notice, but there's, so it's dogs, no prams. Well, that's a relief because the prams do get on my wick, as they say. Now, just before I go, see, I filmed, come on, buses, go away, please. Look on the side of that bus. They are like two plastic dolls on the side of that bus. They are actually that, Oh yeah, let's be obvious. Let's be obvious. Because you don't care, do you? No. Because you think you've got it all wrapped up. Let's face it, they have, because I'm at my wit's end here, and I haven't even left home. And yet nothing really that negative has taken place since I left home. It's only a traffic thing, and it's not terribly noisy. When I get up to the coffee on Parramatta Road, it will be noisy, but of course I've got stuff in my ears, so that noise is not getting to me as much when I've got stuff stuck right in. But on the other hand, I can hardly hear myself. And my energy, the amount of energy I'm putting out here in anger, is fueling this artificial matrix that is around me, 100%. Now, what I was going to show, though, because, see, I've shown all the roses. Oh, come on, buses, go away, please. Oh, what's wrong with me? I should be used to it, but actually sometimes when you see them a real lot. See, I was already angry before I left home, to be honest, because, there's been a few problems. There's always some problem, but look, another bus. This is the end of the line here. Figure out, okay, so you get a few buses. There's too many buses. Oh, here's another one. Oh, look, just watch it. These buses are not en route. They are just patrolling around me. Another one, the same one. Another one, the same one. House hunting forever. Unlock your clever, it says on the side of that. What does it mean by that? House hunting forever. Unlock your clever. They know that I should get it, but they know I'm so agitated I can't even think. I can't get synchronicity, And I shouldn't be doing this. The car lights will be on soon. Well, they've been on all day anyway, but the thing is that, you notice them when they come on of a night because then they're in your eyes because they've got... Now, look, just before I go, see, this is just the little rose garden part. Well, actually, it's quite big, really. Oh, here comes a darling dog. See, I'm gone again because I want to show the plaque, you see. I want to show the old Balmain Cemetery plaque. Is it coming out? Am I getting it in there? Am I getting it in or not? Oh, I shall have to get this dog. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, he's big and a little bit slow, but I always I relate more to the bigger and the older and the slower, obviously. But there we have she's not pushing a pram, but she's got a little one stuffed in front of her. Oh, goodness gracious me! I don't know why they do that. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, come on. Oh, dear. Are you taking notice of the amount of buses around me? Is anyone taking notice of how they're surrounding me, these buses, and that they are all not following a proper schedule? And look, he's going to come round. How many buses have gone up here back to the depot? Take note. Take note. XOX on the side of that one. XOX. There's other stuff too. I don't even know what all that. I can't concentrate. X's in there, O's in there, this and there, that. But nothing natural and normal, that's really all I can say. I don't understand everything, I really don't. I just pick up bits. Such pretty roses, those ones there. See, they've got the multicoloured ones now. The multicoloured now, you know, they used to just have the one and now they've got those two colours. You know, they don't like me walking here amongst the roses because this is like the rose park. You shouldn't really do it. Although it's not doing any damage, of course. But I'm just I don't know what I'm doing here. They're only little ones. See, they'll all be gone soon, so I'll just film them before they're gone because you won't see that they'll all die off very soon, probably. You know, because the roses are not out for very long. The minute the summer hits, they're completely gone, and we've only got another, you know, when it's December, that's the beginning of midsummer in Sydney, Australia. Now, this is the plaque that tells you what this whole park used to be. This whole park used to be Old Balmain Cemetery. I'm trying to get it in clear here because I'm not sure if it's sharp enough. Is it coming out clear or not? Old Balmain Cemetery, and it says, see, even I can't read it. I have to look at it. Is it 88 or 68? Even I can't. I think it's 88, but I'm not sure. I think it's 1888. 1888 to 1912. Is that correct? I think so. And it says, this, wait on, can I read it? I'll have to read it. Wait on. Yeah, this site, I'll just leave it here because I can't see if it's coming out. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace there, you see. Rest in peace. But I'll read the other bit because it's small. It's hard to read, but I've read it a few times, so I know what it says pretty much. This site of 3 hectares received 10,000, oh, what on? To receive 10,608 burials. Okay, so this entire Pioneer Park, where all these roses and all these trees, and quite a big, huge park really, at the end of my street, this site of 3 hectares received 10,608 burials. See? Of this site this site of 3 hectares received 10,608 burials of 24 different religious denominations. All but 100 and all but I can't get it in. See, this plaque's so old that it's clear, but it's not clear because it's been out in the elements for 100 years or whatever. All but 126 burials took place prior to December 1908. The area was declared and named Pioneers Memorial Park in 1942. Okay. Oh dear. Oh no, the buses are still around me. Look, even while I'm bending over trying to film that park, and then we have the green jackets in front playing around on the bus stop. And you see them? They've just come round. See the green jackets playing around, pretending to do something there, and the bus, of course, is going to stay because they're all combined. They're all connected, all these artificial people. And they are not connected just because they are artificial. They are connected and are surrounding real people. Watching them, openly surrounding some, and then quietly and secretly surrounding those that they can keep suppressed without them knowing it. If they think you are becoming a little bit aware of what is going on around you, even if it's only like myself 4 years and 10 months ago now, exactly, to where you just become aware that there's something strange about most of the people that are around you, that you notice that they have a different personality to what you think is normal. You know, because let's be honest, I never thought that all human beings were perfect or good and bad, shall we say. Good, all good, or, you know, and that's another thing they say now. They always say all good, because these artificial ones, they do see everything totally in black and white, like they're all good, you're all bad. Whereas a real person knows that in this reality, even if it was a natural world, there's choice. So therefore nothing is all good or all bad. It's just that you do try. In fact, you can't help it if you're a normal human being to just stop and smell the roses. That's right. More or less. If you know what I mean. But that doesn't mean that you don't partake in a lot of negativity over your lifetime, and that you're not battling positive and negative emotions. Because you know, even now that I think I'm a little bit above it, you know, I'm not above it at all, because every day, and even today, like, I'm thinking negative things. I'm thinking negative things. Sometimes we even think negative things about people that we seriously like far too much. Because sometimes if you want something and you can't have it, you can almost turn your wanting into a negative energy, because you want something, you can't have it. So instead of, in other words, you really like it. You know, but that's where you have to be very careful. Another bus piling around. Because that is like the negative beings. Their attitude is, and psychopathic kind of attitude of, oh, you know, we want something, we can't have it, so therefore we destroy it. They actually do that because that, but also they don't really want in a liking positive way either. That's another point that needs to be clarified. It's a difference between wanting something where you want it, but you don't want to control it. You just want to be in the company of it. You just want to, exchange. You know, with real human beings, there's an exchange. There's a small bus there. That's good. You exchange energy. You exchange ideas. You exchange your positive feelings. Now they're in front of me over there, those two green jackets. See how they were there, but my line of sight is right in front here while I'm got my eye focused on that tree. See how the green jackets are under the tree? Not under the tree directly, but under the tree directly in my line of sight on the other side of the road. See? That's but anyway, that's just a sidetrack, because I was probably making not a good point, but expressing myself as I want to, you know, but I'm just going to go here and try to block out everything that's around me. But as you can see, look, we have the,
Misha, come on, this way.
we have the buses, and of course, they want me to film this dog too. See, that's how they're drawing me in. That's a flash dog too. It's a bit like the Alsatian. That's like I don't know. When I say Alsatian, what's Alsatian? What's the other name for those dogs? I can't think of it. See the buses there on the bus stop as usual. The minute you look, green jacket getting off, they're going to do the usual pretending changing of the bus driver. See how the green jacket is moving and going to get into his car. They like to do that. They leave their cars right next on the bus stop. Do we really think you can't even leave a car on this Norton Street all day, and yet clearly that if you took that to be real, see how I'm trying to be practical in an impractical world to show that it is not a real reality, that it's an artificial reality. Where is the plane coming from? Where is the plane coming from? There it is. Okay, there's the plane over there, coming over the top. I didn't even finish the Balmain plaque, or did I? Did I finish the plaque? Yeah, well, see, this whole park was originally a cemetery with 10,608 graves. I finally can remember that now because I've looked at that plaque so much and said it so many times over and over, I can actually remember it. So it's so this whole park was a cemetery covered in graves. 100 years ago, or more than that. See how the buses are still around? Still, if you see the amount of buses coming down here. I know, see, there's always been that bus depot up there, but you never saw these amounts of buses before 5 years ago, or just a little bit less than that. I've lost track of the 5-year thing I was going to mention, but yes, I think something did change, maybe. Maybe that's why they've come down on us. But then again, some people obviously have been aware that this reality is wrong and that it's a negative reality in some way for a lot longer than my small 4 years and 10 months, or about 5 in a way, because yes, just before that, for a few months before that, I became completely clear that most of the people around me were, psychopathic in nature, in a personality. See the bus coming round in front of me? Bus coming here in front of me? See? Always around you, these buses, because they're big, you see, so they take your eye. But as it becomes now dark, it's coming towards dark, and I flashing lights on, even a push bike now. They flash the lights too, that's another thing. Now, they shouldn't be flashing the lights, but they have all these flashing lights because they know that gets in your eyes and it takes your attention and it's uncomfortable. But they say that's for safety. But in reality, flashing lights are a distraction. They could even be unsafe, but not in this. That's their implausible plausibility, their excuse, their reasons for doing all these things. That's what I've been told. Another bus coming up. How many buses have come up here since I started filming? How many buses? When I look here, see, don't forget this is my line of sight. I'm looking here. As soon as I look, the bus comes. Oh, this is a cute doggy coming around, but I don't think I can film him. But he's when I say, see, I'm not even a doggy person, but when I lost my fear of dogs, because I was fearful of dogs for about 40 years, but now I used to, but I've always liked dogs. I've always liked all animals, but I was fearful of dogs. I knew, and I had a double mind, like I'd be protective, but at the same time, I wouldn't go up and pet a dog or go near a dog because I thought that even though I knew that they had to be protected, I myself thought that, they could bite. But I thought if they do bite, that will be my fault because, they will sense my fear and of course even I was aware even then that even dogs, see, they're in a matrix. or even if you're in a natural world, dogs may have bad surroundings. They may, have, like human beings, have difficulties from when they start, and they may, So, see the buses. Now that I'm moving away from there, I was about to say they should let up on the buses now that I'm moving away, but no, they ain't. Look, because they can see that I can still see them. You see, even though it's not coming out on the mobile, but these buses are still surrounding me because they know that I can see them. There's another one up the side. See, right in front, right around me, all the time. There was never, before 5 years ago, about 5 years, we'll use the 5, but it was like, it was Christmas time when the Matrix first came down on me. That's how I remember the exact time, because it was just at Christmas. And, see another bus there. As soon as I swing round, those buses are there. And that's a cement mixing lorry too, going up. But you rarely get trucks in the past either on Norton Street. That's Norton Street, in front there. This is the park. There shouldn't really be traffic at the back there at all, because this is a park and it's a school at the back and the bus depot. There's no, although there is a road, it's closed off. You can't drive your vehicle all the way through the back there you can't do it. I'm actually surprised that this playground is empty, because I'll tell you what, even though it is, I can actually feel a few spits of rain, just a few spits. I better move along, because it's all out in the open before I get down to the main road where there's shelter. It's actually an open walk down the back way. That's why they're bringing the rain. But normally, even if it was raining, you would have little possessed people. See, I'm using bad language and saying wrong words, or not wrong words, but being too not subtle enough in the videos now. But that, if anyone's, maybe one or two might even notice that if there was anyone that's been watching or seen a video from the beginning. And I never intended that to be the case, because I think that I don't think that you get people to see a reality by hitting them over the head with it, because that's all right if you already see it, because it's like, oh yeah, that is so. You see the bus? But not if you are in the dark. You need to, because each person has to see it for themselves. This artificial matrix has to be seen yourself. That is the truth. Like, no one, making a video, talking to someone directly and saying, oh, you're in a artificial matrix and you are being controlled, and don't think that you can make a go of it. Don't think that you can seriously be allowed, unless you are consciously with all this artificial matter, unless you are consciously part of it and you believe in it. Don't think that you can possibly make a good life for yourself. You can't. It wouldn't be possible. They wouldn't allow it. It just wouldn't be possible. So, this is the centre part of the park where they've always had this thing here. No doubt, probably, a long time ago, they probably would have had a band in the centre playing or something. They don't do that now, obviously. They never have since I've lived here even. I've been here 30 years. And, they painted it up recently. But Simba used to run around here when he was a lot younger, when he was healthy and more thing. I remember him, and I used to think that it was too slopey because it slopes down, and it was slippery on the top there too. I used to think he couldn't, but he was very good that way. But he wasn't my dog sort of thing. Woo! what is this over here? I don't know what this is. I just have to go, but I just can see a sign on this tree. They're just trying to make me very, very, very angry. Very, very, very angry. Because I'm already angry. But what have they got on the side of this tree? Because I'm just going to rip the damn thing off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip it off. They're going to pull this bloody tree down. Bloody bastards. Ah. That's what I'm going to do to that. Look at it. They're going to get rid of that tree. See, I wasn't wrong. I'm telling you. There are secret bloody... And it's no secret because, as you can see, there's the damn thing. I'm just going to have a go at this woman up here. No, I'm not. Because you see, that is just... Look, they're going to take that tree out. They'll have some lying, fake, rotten little excuse. Because as I'm saying, they'll do it one by one like they're doing with us. Oh, now I've got... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. I've got all the damn stuff stuck on my foot now. I can't... Oh, jeez, I can't get it off me. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh, they just have... Oh, it's stuck on my foot. Oh. See what I was trying to say about this park with the trees? Because they've got all these big, beautiful trees. They'll just take them out gradually, one by one. No one's going to notice that, you see. That sign, I noticed it. No one's going to notice that, but I noticed it, that's right. And I pulled another one off about 2 months ago. I've never done that before because I know that it's futile, because they have took a few trees out over the last few years. And you can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. And I know it's only a tree, and it's probably all just to consume my energy anyway. I don't even know, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that they will. This is a technical matrix. So all these trees are only here because of a bit of good vibration from a few humans. Okay? This artificial matrix doesn't want trees or anything. It doesn't want nature. And I have to get rid of that sign. Oh, this is dreadful. I'm so sorry. They're just getting... Oh, this is ridiculous. I can't believe that I'm doing this. But see, I think that if I take that sign off, that maybe they won't, because maybe they're so, maybe the artificial beings have to see the sign. But actually they do that there as if to say, look, we're showing you and no one's objecting. You see? I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I don't know how it works. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I'm just hoping that if they don't see the sign there, that when the workmen come round, that they'll pass over it. Probably not likely. That's probably just... Oh. But I've told you. I've told... See, most people say, well, it's just one tree. Look, the park is full of trees. Oh, look at that sunset coming down. Look at that. Oh, what a pity I've ruined this video with all this anger and all this stuff, because I just wanted to film a few roses and make a pleasant video for once, even, and not be so... But I can't help it. I feel as though I'm losing everything. Not just my sanity, but, everything that you like. You know what I mean? But look how pretty it's got. Oh, I should have been further up. See, I could have got that. See how it's that pretty pink sky? Pretty pink sky. And it's such a pity that we can't have any reality for ourselves, any at all. What am I going to do with this sign? I'll have to get rid of it. Where am I going to put it? Good point. People see me doing this too. They won't like it, you know. I don't think anyone has noticed though. In fact, I wouldn't have even noticed if my eyes just wasn't looking at that bus. I would have walked past that tree because the sign wasn't very obvious. You know, that's how they do those things. People don't notice one little sign on one little tree. They're like, and if, see buses, and see if, it's pretty, but it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me smile. It means nothing to me now because it's such, yeah, that's right. You bib your little artificial little bloody horn there at me. Because they know that you see, I should have come out today and filmed this and said, oh, what a pretty world. Oh, everything is good. Raise that little bit of good feeling. But instead, I was exhausted before I left home. I need that coffee badly. Oh, look at that tree. Wow, look at that tree. See, they will get rid of all these things. That's what people don't realise. Or at least a few people. The rest won't care. You know, unless they're like part of some cause, like to where they can like make a big song out of it to where they get attention and acknowledgement. You know, they're going to ignore these things. But if they can get some attention out of it. But see, I'm just here on my own. Okay, so I'm making a video, so maybe one or two people in the entire world, no one even in this vicinity that can do anything, no one in Sydney or anything. You know, probably people in other countries where you've got your own problems and where they're probably uprooting all sorts of things where you are. But look at that tree. See, they will use that as an excuse. They will say that they're removing this tree, this one tree, because they've done it with others too, and they're doing it very slowly and very subtly and very quietly, shall we say, so that people don't notice. But most people don't care anyway because they are the androids that would prefer a plastic tree, if it really come down to it, or an artificial tree, because, you know, that's how it is. But, you know, but they have to pretend that they're real and they're human and they care about these things, you see. That's the name of the game. I mean, I only care. I don't even know if I'm meant to because it could all just be a bit of an illusion anyway. But it sure looks real to me. I like this park. It's the only thing I like about Leichhardt is this park with all the trees, you know. A few parks that they have and a bit of water, any water that's around, water and trees. I like that. It makes me feel a little bit, it makes it just a little bit pleasant atmosphere, shall we say, when you're around. Of course, it doesn't do anything for me now that they've closed down on me in the Matrix. No, unfortunately. But before that, I was just starting to relax in this world and take in a bit of the natural thing because I had really missed out on most of my life. You know, and that's my own fault, of course, but still, when I say my own fault, because, you know, well, I wasn't aware, so I don't know, you know, I can't really say how much control I had over it. But I know that when I did become more conscious of things, because that's what it's really about, it's just becoming more, that word conscious, to where you just see things and you feel them and they become real to you. Whereas in the past, you'd be more like what's around you, where you would walk past a lot of things and you'd be in your own distress, shall we say, or in your own mind, to where, you know, you're focused on all your own mental difficulties as opposed to looking around and kind of taking in a bit of the scenery, shall we say, almost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if but I think I've lost it here. I'll have to fold up. My hand is aching. And yes, we'll leave you. You can have the park. And you can have the trees and everything else, no doubt. maybe you will see me with this thing and you'll be one that will falsely object, because Leichhardt is supposed to be a green area, you see. I better be careful here. They're going to take me down here for sure. I say take me down. I'm going to take myself down, really, because there's all these cracks in the thing. And they will try to trip you over to where you'll fall into yourself.
How you doing?
Okay.
You need some help? What's this?
Oh,
the tree removal signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you notice that I was doing that? Yeah.
I just wondered if you needed help. I thought you might need some cleaning up or something.
I do need some help, but no, I just saw that sign there. I'm going to show it to someone, but I don't think it'll do any good. Maybe the trees, they'll probably say the trees
I think they're all
half
dead. Yeah.
But it's such
There's
a
a
big
couple of
tree.
dead ones. There's a big one there. And yeah, there's a couple over there. They're a bit sick, I think.
Well, they are, but I don't know why they because let's be honest, if they do take them out, they're the real big ones.
Yeah.
If they plant another one, it'll probably only be a tiny one, and it's very nice to have the big ones in the park.
It's true.
Because you need the shade
I
too.
think
in
you
the
got to
summer.
worry about all of the dead parts of the tree falling over, possibly. And my dogs.
Oh, you think that's why they do it?
Yes.
Oh,
I know that's why they.
safety.
I know that's why they do it, because my friends are tree choppers. I'm an
Yeah.
electrician, but yeah,
Okay.
so basically when they
You're
die,
disassociating there, are you?
hey,
You're disassociating yourself from your friend there. With
I'm
occupation.
an electrician. I'm much better than the tree choppers. Don't worry about that. Absolutely.
I just noticed that. Yes, well, you're probably right.
No, yeah, I think it's mainly for safety.
Oh,
I do
okay.
agree they're big, but the problem is you leave the big old ones there for long enough and they're dead. They fall over.
Yes,
Some bad
it's a
things.
pity they can't
Fix them.
Yeah, somehow get something going. Because I also thought today
Yeah,
that
there's a big one over
so
there, isn't there?
experts on everything
There's a
now.
big one there. There's a big one there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, they have
Big
so,
one really right there as well.
You see,
Huge
they
one.
have so much technology now and so knowledge on things.
I think if you have a good look,
Yeah.
you see that most of it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
I
so.
know they'll probably even
They'll
replace
try
it.
to, yeah,
But
but
you
you
know
can't.
what? But if you noticed around here, they do replace a lot of the trees that they get rid of.
Yeah.
But when they do, they put something small.
Yeah, it
And
takes a
I've
long time.
And not only that, but I've seen some.
Well,
where
I grew
where
up in
they
Henry
actually
Street.
don't develop at all. They
I
don't
grew
grow.
up in Henry Street,
Oh yes.
and I live on Norton Street now.
Oh, okay.
And I remember when this park was not like this at all.
What was it like?
I was just big and open, not as many trees.
Okay.
So they've only planted the trees within my life as
Okay,
well.
but you're a lot younger than me, aren't you?
I'm 35, yeah.
That's what I mean. So, that's funny.
Yeah,
I
but
thought-
it
I would have
does
thought
take a
those
long
trees would have
time.
been here for a long time.
There has been a lot of them, but it wasn't this thick.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they didn't have that down there as well.
Okay.
A bit more open.
Yeah,
But yeah, all this is maybe about 20 years old, I think.
Yeah,
From memory, maybe a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, well, I noticed that because even some that they replace, they keep replacing them, but some of them they put such frail things that the wind and stuff takes them. Then
Takes a
you've
long
got nothing.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
It's
the big
unfortunate.
solid ones, yeah, it is, and but it's supposed to be a green area too, isn't it? You'd think they'd be a bit more. You'd think that actually would not do it for that reason because it's the only green
I
area in Sydney, isn't it?
I think mainly, if they could, they would, but I think mainly it's because of the danger, possibly, right?
I never thought of that. I never thought of that. I
think
just
if you have a look at them,
Yeah.
you'll probably see that they're mostly dead and dry and a bit dangerous.
Oh, I have seen that, but I've often thought, that's sometimes if you don't get enough rain. I'm like, because I've noticed they've got a lot more workmen in the park now. You notice how they have a lot more people doing. I thought they'd probably
It's
water
probably
it.
spring.
Yeah, because my
spring
son
stuff's
said
happening,
that
eh?
they were actually spraying the water the other day, and I thought, that's good. Well, see, that's the thing. If you get enough, but maybe I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, well, generally when they put one of those on, me being knowing the sign you got, it generally means the tree's unsafe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you enlightened me there anyway, because I actually thought it was, you're thinking something else. So there's actually more.
Generally,
reason than one.
it's a bit sick,
So I'm going to be
or
talking
it's
to that.
died dead, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real reason for them to remove them because they're fine right where they are, aren't they? And they're quite large. But generally, just
Well, of
they
course,
are.
a tree fell down in my backyard.
Exactly.
With
See,
all
now
that
that's
gale
the
force
great
wind,
point. The
So-
winds that we just had on the weekend.
Yeah, they were solid,
Right.
weren't they?
Well, these trees in maybe another 10 years, if it just stands there all dry, it won't. They won't really stand up to those winds too much. Yeah, because there's no water in them. They're not alive. They just get brittle and horrible. Oh well. Is that right? You don't need any more help? Oh, here we go. I'll get it.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. I got myself tangled up. It's completely stuck.
That's all right.
I took it off now.
Don't worry.
I was
everyone
actually
knows about it.
thinking if I took it down, they might think twice. You know.
I doubt it. But it's
You
a gut.
put- Oh, yes, of course I know,
Yeah.
because I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I remember when they took a few in the front there,
Mhm.
and there were a few people that were not too keen, but yeah.
That might have been when they were sort of remodeling it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think up here is sort of set. I think those old trees have definitely been there a long time.
Yeah,
I
I
think they're
thought,
a bit
yeah,
sick.
they look so big. Yeah.
They are. They've been there a long time, a lot longer than me. But I think generally when they put one of these on, I know how it works because a couple of my mates work for go do the council stuff, and when they do that, they're unsafe and a bit sick, dead. So
Yeah, well, obviously I could see that some of them, as you say, I could actually see that.
yeah,
that
just have a
one
good look.
didn't
Have a
look-
good look next time,
No,
and
I
you'll probably
actually
see.
did.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can actually see that some of them have all this stuff oozing out of them too. I've seen that in other places. you know.
That might be an illness or some sort of
It
sickness
is,
as
it
well.
is.
Yeah.
I just think that you know, because they
See, generally, see that big one there? I think that's the same one as the big gum trees around as well.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing too. A lot of the wildlife needs some of the trees, don't they?
Oh,
Some
absolutely,
of the things that are around.
Yeah.
Not that we have a real lot of wildlife, although I think
Got
there
plenty.
are a few
Got enough
possums
here.
and yeah,
Oh, there's definitely possums. I've got possums
and all
running
the
over my
birds
roof
and
just
things.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a bit of a dilemma. Perhaps I should move to another area where I'm not conscious of it. It's just that you know, little signs all down
Oh, that's
my
great.
street saying how
Yeah.
green they are.
Yeah.
They put all the things up, and yet,
Well, that's different. When they're doing it for the power lines and things, that's completely different. Where they chopped all those trees. They chopped all the middle guts out of those trees for the power lines, and then they're looking all funny. That's completely different to what's happening in here, though.
yeah, because let's face it, this is one of the few big parks too that's left, isn't it? So it's just
We got
nice
Callan
to-
Park, but this one's pretty much for this area. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about the other one, but I haven't been over there for such a while. I used to go there a lot, but that's a huge thing there. That was where
Don't fret too much, though. I think, that's what I let. Just hopefully you're not too worried, because they're not just chopping trees down for no reason. Generally, because I know I'm a tradie, so I know the guys.
Yeah.
I do generally. If you see, I don't know if you've seen that one over there. If you go have a look, there's a big one behind the big palm thing right there. That's another one with a big thing on it, but you see it's all dried and sort of breaking apart. Yeah.
Oh well, I did that at the moment, but I'll forget about it tomorrow. I mean, you have to.
That's all right. You got to be community minded.
No, it's not so
I
much.
just hope I could help.
Actually,
You know.
I tend to be more like not even so much that I'm like that, but I'm like this is like the only green sort of thing, and like, I have so
for a
many
while,
people
yeah.
around me that make such a song about it, and yet those, you know, like But also, I do rather like this park.
It's a lovely park. It's a lovely park.
Yeah.
I lived here my whole life, and Pioneer Park's been a massive part of my life as well.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah,
it's the only thing that I actually do rather think is okay to walk to. The rest of it, I'm not that keen on. I'm not that keen on.
no,
scenery
yeah,
and
it's very
anything.
getting built up, isn't it?
Well, some people like it, some people don't. You know, I mean, it's like it's only opinion, but that's just how I think about it. But I just always rather like the fact that, especially in the summertime when you're walking through here, it's a bit cooler with all the trees.
That's
Otherwise,
true.
it's really
It's
hot.
very
in
true.
summer.
Oh yeah, very true, very true.
And you know, but as you say, things. I suppose everything dies a bit, doesn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
really beautiful day. Hello,
I think what
Daisy.
you'll notice then, when you start seeing these, you might see most of the time, I think they're generally dangerous trees. So you know, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
I think those trees they're just dying. Yeah, so they're not getting
I
chopped down for no
I
reason.
was kind of hoping that one might fall on there and knock some sense into me.
Maybe.
I think I need that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
okay.
you agree?
No,
Yeah, you
we don't want that. They're
probably
big
are.
trees. They're very large old trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yes, I probably do need some sense.
Oh,
knocked
that's
into
okay.
me.
Don't worry about it. It's
You
fine.
know?
But if you have a look next time, you see them around. Yeah, you might see them. But there are trees that are getting chopped down for other reasons, but not in this park. Mainly because of power lines and things like that. Yeah, that's the one when you get to be upset about.
Oh, it was nice of you to talk to me.
That's okay.
And you brought some things to light which I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
You sound very
I was
ignorant
well
on
only
that.
because I was looking at them last week as well. Oh yeah, and then you have a bit of an inspection during the light, and you see they're definitely dead.
I can't tell the difference between one that's gone and isn't.
Well,
You know what
I mean, they look like that,
Yeah.
or it looks like there's that one over there's a great
I
example.
thought it was a different type of tree.
Well, they're all gum trees. That's a gum tree. Well, maybe is that a gum tree? Probably, well, maybe not. But yeah, still, it's got no leaves on it. And
It's
it's
very nice of you to talk to me.
that's okay, no worries.
And,
Well, you have a
yes.
good evening.
I'll try to. As you
Do you,
say.
want, do you want me to get rid of this for you?
I don't want to leave it around because then
I'll put it
then it
down
looks
for you.
as though well, I
I'll
don't
do
know
it.
it's
I don't
me,
mind.
but it'd be like you don't want to look like some rat bag that goes around ripping things off the trees.
Yeah, don't worry.
Even though that's
fine.
exactly what I am, really.
Yeah, that's okay. Mate. I'm glad we can talk though. So if you go have it, like, yeah, I'm sure you got it off that one in there, right?
What's that?
There was a tree in there that's not one of these.
Oh, was there another one? Is it?
Oh, there's about 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was the only one.
No,
So,
there's a couple of them. That's why I was actually looking at when I was walking the dogs the other day.
Oh, are they your
yeah.
dogs? Are they? Are they your dogs?
These two, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were just relaxing in the park. I thought they were.
No, I'm walking my dogs. I got
Don't wanna lose
another
them, do
brown
you?
one somewhere. He'll
Yes,
turn up in a
I
second.
shouldn't hold you up then.
What?
Actually,
No,
it's really
I
dark.
right there. That's fine.
In fact, it's really dark myself, so I better get going. I
Yeah, that's a
suppose.
good idea.
Just put it in the bin. They
Yeah,
probably
I think
won't
so.
notice
I'll do
it.
that. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about it too much.
I'm sure they'll put another one up.
They will.
And I'm sure they have it marked on the computer anyway.
Yeah,
so
they
it's not
will.
like in the
Yeah.
old days where
They're not,
they.
yeah, they actually, you know what? Most of the trees are numbered. Especially in Callan Park, they're all numbered. They know
Really?
exactly what they are, yeah.
I haven't been over there for such a long
Should
time.
go. It's lovely.
It's not. You've got to have a bit more energy because it's a
Ah,
little
yeah,
bit
a
of
bit
a
far.
slog.
Yeah.
It's not far, but it's just that it's a bit hilly when you're actually in there. You know, I used to go
Yeah.
over there quite a lot when my son lived with me, but haven't been over there for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, I have been over that way, but I keep on the road rather than there. You need a bit more time and
You do.
whatever, you know.
All right, well, I
But,
better go find my other dog.
But I noticed there's a few Callan Park signs up too.
Yeah, they're having a couple of things at Callan
Yeah, I
Park.
don't even know
Good.
what that's about because, like I say, I hadn't been over. Whereas if
No,
you
not
walk
yet.
right into it where you got a sign, I'm like,
Yeah.
because I saw the sign, I thought, what's that? I thought it was an advertisement at first. I thought I'll go and see what they're
Some park
advertising.
thing. You'd love it. All right, then. Nice meeting you.
Ah, I
might
think
go
I
find
need
my
a
dog.
drink of your beer, actually.
Hey, I mean, yeah, I'd have a beer as well. All right, have a good night.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye, bud, doggy. Oh gosh. Oh no, please don't patrol me. At least I know it's all so funny, but I can't believe I'm doing this video. See the lights left on the patrol car there, but oh look, I can't do this. Oh, there's the last of the sun there. I could have got a good. Oh geez, I've got to have to be careful not to trip over here because I'm really not balanced at all. Not balanced at all. The sun has just gone. And I could have got a good sun because look how there's red coming through there. I could have probably got a really good sun if I hadn't got sidetracked by the tree thing. And I really got to give this away, but I can't. But you know, there's more to it than just a tree. That's the whole thing. I mean, if it was just one thing, you'd say, well, yes, look, it's. Oh, look, I have to fold up. Oh,